My goodness. This is I started watching a series and something in there like the girl was like her husband had disappeared and she went looking for him. She thought she found a clue in his jacket pocket and she started calling this number or whatever and she was like, oh, maybe, this person knows something about where he's at. And so she was trying to call the number, but then guess she got the voicemail and she's like, oh my God, it's like Max is Maxine or whatever. And then she's like, oh my God, do you think he left me for another woman or something? Like, oh my God. And you know, after a little bit of little minimal detective work, they found out who this was. She went to go scope out the person's house or whatever. And then she saw the woman with the child or whatever, and the child looked like her husband, and she didn't know what to do, so she just pulled off, right? And then, she had a conversation with her boss, and she was like, you got to just face these things head on, go through with it. You can't just, you got, in order to move on, you got to go through it. And so she was like, maybe you can just go talk to her or whatever and just see. And talking to the girl, she found out that I'm guessing they had been like, I don't, it was in A&A or whatever it is when you go for recovery or whatever. And that's what she said she meant. She was like, but he wasn't on no drugs. And then she was like, she was like, oh. And then he was like, oh my God, maybe he was or whatever. And then, he was like, we used to help each other out or whatever in this meetings or whatever. She was like, I can't understand how he could talk to you about this, but not me or whatever. But it was something about pain relievers or something like this after some type of situation. But I don't know why my mind shifted to um that's why I feel like these are somebody else's stuff or something somebody wants somebody to carry. Or again, I don't know, I was just getting that because as soon as I heard like the person got hurt at work, but I was like, wait a minute, my person never got, because it was, sometimes just watching something and then my intuition kicks in. It's like a tunnel thing, and it kind of like brings the thing to the forefront, right? So this could just be a message. Like I said, don't have to be my message. It could be somebody else's message. Somebody else could be, you know, um, pulling to get an answer about something. But when I thought about it, it made me think about my neighbor ended up hurting himself at work or something like this. Okay. But his wife supposedly crossed over. Okay. A couple years back or whatever. From the old Kenosha County house. And I don't know, I was just thinking about that, but it was like, nah, keep on pulling. And then I'm like, wait. But in another situation, somebody could be dealing with pain relievers, could be people. Okay. Um, so it made me think about the little reading that we just did in the car. The phone was acting up, so I couldn't keep recording. It stopped on its own. But I ended up falling asleep again. And then I'm like, okay, let me do this video. But I was thinking that this is moving into what that video was about. Maybe somebody like it's like burying someone under the dirt and then running off, right? This dirt could just be speculation. Oh, don't worry about that. That's nothing to worry about. This is not an important person. This is not one of the elect, or this is not an anointed one. Don't worry, hoping that you'll just be, you know, I don't know. I don't know. But somebody could have got caught up. What I seen, like somebody swiftly taking something from someone. This could be somebody like, for once and for all, we need somebody to sneak in that camp and test this person for whatever this is. Somebody could be doing something like that. because I mean we have to admit that there is something funny with like some kind of grid or power, something, or overseeing or plantation, feeling like the nation is being turned into a or an entire plantation, right? That's just the kind of energy that I'm picking up on. um but it's like 12 years a slave a little bit as well. I think his name was Solomon Northup or something like that. So this could be like somebody is displaced from where they're supposed to be. And somebody could have been also being playing musical chairs. If somebody has clones or extras, somebody could have been playing musical chairs with clones until you're in the lowest of the low, but you're really supposed to be the highest of the high. Um, could be. Hold on a second. Um, kind of messed up. I need to keep my eye on the time. Okay. But this is when it gets higher level because it'd be like, this is somebody that got, after they crossed over, after they jumped, they got in a higher level position because of their position that they played here, right? As one of the operator or something like this. Okay. And that person, when they were in the Truman Show, they could have always looked at your situation like, oh, I wish I had that. And so when they got into a higher position, they pulled some strings and changed your life out with theirs. Or, I don't know, it's something like this. It's giving me like single white female, or I think they have a new spinoff of The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. It could be something like this because I know one thing: when the people jump or when they cross over, or when they go over, they're not the same. They're not exactly the same. Their values are not the same. But that's the scary thing. Because I feel like these are the people that they're trying to like. It's the easiest thing to say. These people lack empathy. Things like this. That's who they're trying to put above, or that's who they're trying to put, in high positions to run the world. And that's just not the way it's going to work. So I don't know if somebody got caught up in a certain lifestyle, right? Okay. These pain relievers could be like somebody like, I know what you could do. When I went through this with my person or something, I went through this networking system, right? There's one marker. Okay, so we got like 10 minutes. So it's like I went through a process where, I called this number, or I got on this website and I handled it this way or whatever. I started to, go to other people for advice or something. I mean, and somebody could have got addicted or attached to, or like I told you, when people, it's like Beetlegeist. Okay, I say it like that on purpose. Um, or like I said, Jupiter ascending, when somebody has to go through a different type of portal to get a certain type of information, and something that somebody could have pulled on somebody could have pissed somebody off, and that person just is on demon time. I mean, that's just what I'm picking up on. But if the person got sick, they could have said, "Oh, it's like, hey, it's a +1," because I'm feeling like somebody or something has been playing the part of someone for a long time. Like, these could be people that are known to have the wife, do everything, like, and serve them like a king or something, even if they're not treating the wife right. It's almost giving me like Stepford Wives, but like you could be somebody that they can't put under that type of, they can't change you. You could be one of God's, and they can't, they're not supposed to be changing you like that. They're not supposed to put a system in to control you and turn you into like somebody's slave or something, right? No, somebody could manipulate you, maybe. If they can do something behind your back, maybe, but to actually change your makeup, like change how you are, you may be somebody that they're not supposed to do that with. Like, okay. um and somebody could have had a robot, like they could have literally had one of these um type of women taking care of them. I don't know. Okay. um but I don't know. All right. Somebody could have also, I was getting like Huck energy, like somebody working for like some kind of top secret, organization or something like this. Huh. Okay. um but this is like, somebody could have got salty, like, well, yeah, just leave that person alone, that's not the real one. I know where's the real one or something like this. And then they just thought that you would be like done by the time anybody figured out what had been done. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay. Or a family trying to hide the death of someone. Okay. So that them in a group or an organization can reap benefits instead of the actual main female to a main male, right? um if these are Houdini husbands or Houdini people, it's almost like they get to jump in and out of lifestyles. You may only know, and that's why I said it's like almost like your family didn't do the job to protect you, to make sure, but it's like almost like on purpose, because it would be like they could be trying to cover, like, look at the things that you did in your physical world, but it's like, dude, like, these two should never have been together. A Houdini person and then somebody that sees things on one way while they're on this earth. Like, shouldn't have never been. Like, this could also, this is like something that affects whole entire nations or something as well. But people might have not wanted to look at it like that because of dislike of you or your whatever you are, your ethnicity, something like this. Somebody who thought it was funny, but they're not looking at the bigger picture. Okay. Oh, and then there's also like some type of ownership. Like, people want to be in ownership of other people. And somebody was hoping, yeah, I hope he leave that one. You know how if you go like to the pawn shop, right? Or, and they supposed to tell you how much your diamond ring or something is worth, and they try to say, well, I can only give you $100. You paid $2,000 for this ring or something, and somebody's like, well, I can only give you $100. You're like, no, I'm gonna take my stuff somewhere else because you want some bullshit. So it could be something like that, like somebody's hoping a diamond in the rough, or you go to, if you like somebody that go to garage sales and estate sales and look for like treasures. You pay 5 cents, you pay $5 for this thing at this estate sale, but you're a connoisseur or something of these types of things, and you know that you're about to sell that for $500, right? It's something like that. Okay. And this could also be the deterioration of one part of a pair, so that they could be jealous, or they could try to strip the value from something or someone. It's something like that, y'all. Okay. So pain relievers for a certain group of people could be going like, I don't have to deal with this, and rushing off to deal with other types of people, but they may not be prepared. Like, that's like somebody being amongst the Targaryens and they run over to the Greens or whatever and start dealing with them. You don't know all what they deal with, like, or witches or something. Somebody got wrapped up in something. That's just basically it. Okay. And it's like ain't no going back, or like I'm never coming back. Okay, like I'm never coming back again. All right. I told you there's a heavy part of this where there are empathic people, but they might not be the ones in power right now. They don't like something. They don't like the way it feels. That feeling you or feeling that person feels these things, and it's just a lot. Okay, so this could be the baby energy or baby lion energy because you know it's just experience, right? Okay, so your entire body went through a certain experience of growth. They know more about your kingdom than you do. You're just, everybody was hoping you were going to be dead or something so that they can all rule the kingdom. mm, Something like that. Like they've been working on this for 20 plus years or something, some people. Now, all these people could have liked you so much. Like you come around and everybody gets so happy and everything. It could have been fake. It could have been real. But when it comes to whoever this power grab is, they're like, wait. So before Jonathan died, he didn't upgrade this person. So wait a minute. This is our, this is our moment. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. Okay, so I'm just looking at it some kind of way like this. It's also like Kmart, like putting something on hold or putting somebody on like layaway. I've been wanting to. Ouch. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Did somebody figure out that you like this? A person like pissed off, like, yeah, I'm about to get you back. I seen that stuff on your sacred files or whatever. I'm about to get your ass back. And then the person go out and start mingling with all these people or something, and then they get sick and then blame it on you. You know what I'm saying? Something like this. And somebody could have found out that you're not the cause of this spread or outbreak of something. We got this singer and this scientist in reverse. And I forget what other cards, but I just want to. We got this brave person here, and then you got this panda person that's in reverse with these greens. That's because of Emperor passed away. These people. That's why I said this is also a group cleaving on to say like you are from the you is okay. My prominent placements is in the royals on Queen Elizabeth's side, right? But somebody else's is on Charles's side, or mine is on Charles's and Elizabeth's side, right? But it doesn't matter because now that Elizabeth is out the way, the public eye, right, version, then these people want to focus on what, you know, they're going to focus on, Charles's strengthening. Okay, even without the one, or maybe even cutting off the ones that still are connected to Elizabeth's line. And now this is on the outskirts. These are the people that didn't make it to the, spotlight. The secret ones, hidden ones, separated ones, whatever, set apart ones, whatever. But like I ain't having it. Like this, what you about to put above me? This Nicole Tarot, whatever. Because again, this kind of looked like, I told you, my supposed half sister. She looked like Adriana. Now, again, if I'm if I'm a child of God, if they multiply me in some kind of way, all right, without my knowledge, my permission, or whatever, that's something the way it's supposed to be. But these particular people, if these are witches or something, you don't get that same treatment. It's just the way it is. It's the way to keep something the way it is. I mean, and somebody could say it's whatever, but no, because again, even in my lifetime, I still haven't received any type of like complimentary treatment or any, anything like that from being who I am. So wait a minute here now. Now this could have been my time if this masculine, if this emperor passed away amongst these witches, he went back with the witches or the devils, if he got devil in his blood or something, and then he passed away. No, that shit come back to me. You don't get to keep that and do devilish shit or something like this with it. Like, no. All right. So this is one that you're not going to be. This is a very prominent placement. And yeah, maybe all my life I never knew it or I never was able to use it, but I'm about to use it now. Like, no. Okay. There could be rules to this too as to what could be publicized and what can't. It don't got shit to do. I don't mind not ever having nobody see my face in the public eye, but I'm about to have my shit, my money, my respect, my all that shit that's been gathered. It's something like that. All right. So this person could be a suspect. It's not a fantasy. Somebody could have thought you making up or I'm making up fantasy things about let me see. I gotta keep track of time. Okay, making up something about these people because I don't know these people. There's no way I can know these people. Okay. Again, for some, how what I told you back in the 40s and 50s, if a girl get pregnant or a Caucasian little girl get pregnant at school, they'll send her away to like monastery school or some other kind of place where she could have a baby and come back later, like nothing happened. And then at first people like, oh yeah, she moved away or she's not coming back or something like this. But then people caught on after time, like, oh, you know what? She was gone for 8 months. You know what that means, and then people caught on and then they had to do something else. Right? Maybe these people, they can, starting to speculate shit about us. We're not going to be able to send the girls back to those schools no more. They're going to have to, if you get pregnant in school, you not only, you grew up with these people all your whole life, not only are you going to be moved out of this, you're going to go to that place and have that baby, but you never going back to that town again. It's like disappear. Like, so do you see what I'm saying? Move to another town, start all over, oh shit. Ouch. Okay, so yeah, it could be something like a system like this, right? Where these boys get spoiled and pampered. That's why they don't have no discipline. These are mama's boy. I could tell also some of the mama's boy energies, like even in the tarot community. Girl, he know that you shouldn't be, and it's just like, ugh. You sound like the mamas. Some of these tarot readers sound like the mamas that be like, yeah, the divine masculine. But some of these people don't even know that they talking about the divine masculine is really a feminine, that they're all going against this feminine, and the emotions that you picking up is from this feminine energy. And you're saying it's the divine masculine because some of these people don't even have no feelings. And it's like a whole group of women that been groomed by a woman that allowed, maybe they lived in a country or a land where they could have many wives, and the mother just make excuses for the person and make the wives get in line. Okay. Um, Somebody ain't built like that. Maybe you built like me and we ain't built like that. So um you see what I'm saying? Um, mm-hmm. I don't mind serving but I'm not about to go above and beyond if you ain't doing the same damn thing. Okay. And so, yeah, this could be something like this because you could tell the tarot is like, girl, he didn't mean it. And they just making excuses for these people. And it's like, dude, these people can't be that intelligent. Um, you know, I don't know. Okay. So they could be already beyond repair for somebody. You might have to let go of something or someone, or this could be your time to really hold on to the person. But oh my God, don't drop another card. I've been picking up cards all day. Okay. So we got the Queen of Pentacles here. And then we have Judgment. The Queen of Pentacles could be calling judgment on something. She was not lovers with this person from a certain time span or something like this. Okay. We also got this black and white energy and this black and yellow energy, which, like I told y'all, the card that I just pulled, no, that picture that I had up here of the auntie, my auntie Roseanne. She had this, that she has that black and yellow checkerboard, black and yellow. Ain't it a song called this? She got that black and yellow checkerboard shirt on back in the 90s. And it's almost like they took these people or something, put them up. Okay. After they tore apart some lovers, possibly. And judgment could be called on these people because they had the perfect. It's almost like, say, let's find if there's somebody that's connected to the royals, they got a really good family, something that we could use to like puff up a little bit more, something like this, like the perfect couple or something. And then people they saw it was yours and they all worked to tear yours apart so that they can go with this more African standard or of something, right? Maybe multiple wives or something like this, okay? Um, but somebody shouldn't have done that, okay? Because it's almost like this emperor is gone and now this African woman is standing here by herself, and then this couple situation is tore up, something like that. They allowed this person to use voodoo or I don't know, some kind of witchcraft or something here to do something, okay? Yeah, then we got Jesus. Oh, well, the Hierophant, the heart, the Three of Swords in reverse. Somebody's feeling something again. Okay, and then we got this person in a cage. So you got to be some kind of way to do something. Oh, wow, I keep hearing orthodox, unorthodox. It's like maybe somebody wants you to step into some kind of priesthood or something, or else they're going to put you in jail. But that was the wrong thing to do. Hold on one second, y'all. I can't even finish this. Hold on one second. Dang.